Hello everybody, this is Excalibur of Excalibur Zone Gaming, and welcome back to another indie game Let's Play and Review. This is for Blokkology Blitz. Before we go into the application, I am going to give a disclaimer that I did play this on my phone, and since I couldn't record it then, I'm going to try recording it now. What the indie game Let's Play and Review is, I take my experience doing user interface, user experience from my master's and all but dissertation and PhD in computer science, and I use that experience to apply it to the game's review. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to play the game, and I'm going to critique it here and there as it needs to, and we're going to give it a usability study as well, which means this is technically a new user playing the game. Since I really didn't understand the game to begin with, we'll see if we can do it better here in a tablet-sized area where I have some sort of control with my mouse. This is using BlueStacks app player, which allows me to run Android apps on my Windows machine. I'm attempting to find a way to do that on my current tablets, but unfortunately trying to flash in custom ROMs to get updated Android on those machines is not working, so I'm going to have to resort to this until I can get myself a new tablet. Once I'm done going through the game and doing its review, it's going to be about 20 to 30 minutes that I do this. We're going to go ahead and give it a rating of 1 to 5 stars in half-star increments, and that is going to indicate whether I had fun, whether I'd play the game again, and if I would recommend it to others. I'm not taking graphics or sound or anything else into account. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click right here on the game and go into it. Here we go. Excellent. We're going to turn off the music because there is no volume control on this, and therefore no volume control in the app. Okay, Blokkology Blitz is created by Blokkology, and that's all I can find on that. So we're going to go through and we're going to hit new game, and we're going to see what's going on. Hopefully there's a tutorial. I don't know what this means here. Don't have a clue. Maybe this is the level number or something like that, randomizer. So my guess is you have to go 1, 2, 3 to the exit, and it's not letting me do it here. This is a problem. There we go. Alright, we're going to try using the cursor keys instead of the mouse. See if that works. Okay. So it just kept going straight up. Let's see if I can click where we need to go. Yeah, this game has absolutely no I have no clue how to play this thing. There we go, we did it in 2 moves, and there seems to be no rhyme or reason as to how many blocks it moves. So do we go like this, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this? And what does it do? Because it's not registering. Let's restart. Let's try using the cursor keys. Alright, that made no sense whatsoever. I know you're supposed to get here. And why does it overshoot it? Why does it not come back? Why isn't using a touch-enabled device like the mouse working? And I'm actually moving my mouse. I want to go 1, 2 like this and grab it and slip it over, but it's not working. It could be BlueStacks. Let's restart. 11, whatever that means. Maybe it has to be done in 11 moves. 1, 2 moves. There we go. Or maybe I can do 9 moves and 2 moves and 4 moves. Okay. 2 moves. 4 moves. Restart. Okay. 3 moves and 1 move. Alright. Now it's starting to make sense. It would have been super duper helpful if you would have said something about this right in the very first frickin' level that you played. So I've got to make 6 moves, then 2 moves, and 7 moves. So 6, 2, 7. There we go. 5, 2, 6, 5. Makes a lot more sense now. So we've got to go down 5 and we lose it because you have to do it in 4 total moves, and it's got to go across a certain number of blocks. And why, when you say, I'm gonna have to take a look at this again. I'm using the cursor keys here, by the way, not the mouse, because the mouse doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because I'm doing this. Alright, now it goes down 3 when I click and drag, and then 9. And of course, we're going to restart. And why does restart take you to a completely different frickin' puzzle? So it's 2 and 5. Easy enough. 3, 2, and 3. Let's see here. 3, 2, and 3. Yep. Alright. 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 1, 2. And I don't make it. So let's go to the menu. Let's take a look. It says new game, level, high scores, more games. More games is an ad. We're going to cancel. We go back and back. Alright, so more games. Instead of opening up a little ad inside the game, it takes you out to a browser. That's fine. Put an indicator, like a little browser button or something like that. High scores. Let's see here. Level 1. None listed. Okay. What was that? Tweet pick highscores.png. I guess that's what you do with the tweet. Level. Can you choose the level? Level 1. Okay, 2 and 5. So we go 2 and 5. There we go. Now, on the phone, in the game here, you don't have these controls. You don't have the keyboard controls. You're supposed to be able to flick with the mouse. And now that I know what's going on, so we go 2, 3, 2, 1, and 3. So, let's restart and go to a completely different game again here. It's odd. It's odd. So we can go 2 and 4. 3, 5, and 7, huh? So if we go over... no, we're going to go over 3, down 5, and over 7. Yeah. Restart, by the way. Restart, is that restart level 1 from scratch, or is that restart the current level you're supposed to be on, or what? How many puzzles are there per level? What is that? So we got to go up 6 and then 5, which of course is incorrect. So 3 and 4, play. So we go 3 and 4. That makes sense now. 9, 8, and 2. So we're going to go let's think about this. Let's go down 9, 8, and 2. There we go. 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4, 3, 4. And maybe it should have been up 3 over 3. Yeah. So that I still have zero clue what that means. 2 and 1. Alright, we're still in level 1 with 1, 4, 6. Let's see here. If we go 1, 4, and 6, we're not going to make it. Probably should have gone down 1, then over 4. Over 1, over 4, then down 6. And that probably would have done it. 3 and 1. 3 and 1. 5, 2 and 3. 5, 2 and 3. 2, 4, 8, 3. 2, 4, 8, and 3. Making more sense. 1, 1, 6, 1, 4. Okay. 1, 1, 6. 1, 4. And it's a miss. So, should have gone a different way. Oh well. So 7 and 5. Play. 7 and 5. There we go. 7, 2, 2. Alright. Try again. So we restart from the beginning, and it starts with 7 and 2. It goes down 7 and over 2. Alright. 3, 1, 5. 3, 1, 5. There we go. 4, 8, 6, 8. 4, 8, and restart because it went off the table. 7 and 4. Play. 7 and 4. There we go. 8, 7 and 1. Yep. Restart. 3, 4. Menu. We're going to say that's it. I'm stopping. The game needs a tutorial level. It needs to be able to teach people how to play the game. We're going to reset. Yes. So the first thing that goes on is you click on New Game, and you should immediately be brought into a tutorial. Of course, you save that person's gone through the tutorial, or they can skip it, but it should be a tutorial. It needs to explain, what does level 1 mean? Well, that's the difficulty level. If I recall correctly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 difficulty levels. So let's go into level, and we'll change it to 2. We can't. We haven't unlocked these. Let's see here. We can't use cursors. We can't click. Okay, so level means nothing. How do we get to level 2? It doesn't say. What do these mean? They mean absolutely nothing in the context they're given. You need to tell them this is how many moves it should take to get from point A to point B, and then show an example. Do not expect them to go on the web and research your game. Do not do that, because the average person is going to pick up the tablet, they're going to want to play a game, they'll see your Blokkology Blitz and say, oh, let's play this. Now, when you screw up, you don't tell them, so 2, 1, and 3, you don't tell them that you can backtrack or anything like that. You don't tell them that if you go off the edge of the board that you lose. There's no help, there's no menu, there's no instructions anywhere here. You need to fix that. Other than those things, I'm not really going to play this game much anymore because even though I now know what it is, so you go back 3 and hit there, even though I now know the game, there is a lot that is unexplained. And also when I was playing with the touch enabled, it was not fully sure what you did to get the game to work. Now, what would have been awesome is if over here you had controls. So you can left and right, because this does not work when you do it enabled like this. It really doesn't pick up the mouse here. Now that could be from BlueStacks, but I also found that it was an issue with my phone, that it was not registering touch that well. Could be different on the web. I don't know. I'm not going to play the game much more after this Let's Play an hour. Alright, so we've got 2, then 5, then 1, then 6. Yeah. You don't really... it gets more difficult. Now, this restart, what does it do? Does it restart the entire level? And again, we are not sure how many puzzles are in a level because you don't say anything about it. There is no context to what restart means. When you do restart in most normal games, it redoes the level you're on. It doesn't give you a brand new one. So, take those into mind. I give this a 2 out of 5. It's a cool idea. It's executed poorly in terms of new users. Not many people are going to understand how to play this right from the bat. Not many people are going to continue to play this if they can't figure out how to play it. And you don't have any links to how to play or anything here on the Blokkology Blitz app. And that's where people are going to look for it. They're not going to go to their website. They're just going to sit there on their iPad or their Android tablet or on their phone, and they're just going to try and play it. And they're going to find out that it's got too steep of a learning curve for what it is. So you really need to take care of these things. 1, you need to put in a tutorial, or at least learn how to play thing, or an instructions. 2, you need to give meaning to all these numbers. Level 1 should have a number of puzzles that are in it, and how many it takes to unlock the next levels. If that's an in-app purchase, you need to advertise that. Number 2, the 6 and the 8 have 0 meaning. I thought it was the level. So I'm like, level 1, what's it? Is this puzzle 68 in level 1? Are there like hundreds, thousands, millions? 999,999 puzzles in level 1? Is this a procedurally generated game? Is everything random? So you need to give context the very first time somebody opens up the game and plays it. What does the 6? What does the 8? What do the numbers mean? What does the 6 mean? What does the 8 mean? You finish it in 68 moves. It moves 6 blocks up and left, right, whatever. The screen right here, that's the first thing you see in the game. You have no clue what it is. And you have a time that's listed as nothing. There's no tutorial. There's a play button. So let's click play. And as a new user, I'm sitting there looking at this. Okay, 6 and 8. So what does that mean? So I'm going to say, all right, I have to move 6 blocks and then 8 blocks. So I'm going to want to click, and I'm noticing nothing is happening. At least here, nothing's happening. And then I'm going to try and drag, and oh, look at that. It does work. And here I am trying to drag now, and after a couple of times it works. Now, for me, it's probably BlueStacks, but I found that in the phone it did the same exact thing. Now we're going to go and we're going to play this, and we're going to mess it up intentionally. So we're going to go 6, and then we're going to go 1, and then we're going to go 4. And, okay, try again. Try again what? The puzzle, the level where you have to go all the way back to the first level in the entire thing, to restart. Restart what? The level? Restart this puzzle? Restart the game? How many lives do you have? Only 1? Okay, those are a lot of questions you're going to have to answer. A lot of things you're going to have to fix. The graphics are okay. They do what they do. I would suggest, unless you change the graphics here in the back, it might be fun to incorporate the user's photos in the back here, and then give that an option. Default to this parquet. And back here, have an options menu where you can turn the music on and off. And you can choose the user's photo gallery to do the backgrounds, because this is a relatively static background, and it's not all that pretty. A lot of users who play on iPad are going to want pretty graphics because, well, that's what Apple pushes. So you want to think about that. So, and high scores. There are no high scores. Why? Even though I got to a certain number of points, a certain time in level 1, it didn't record it. Why? Why is that? And then menu, okay, change that to back or main menu. Online, what does online do? Does that take you to a web browser? Yes, it does. We're going to skip that because we do not want to be there. Online, don't take you to a web browser. Bring the data in here. You have internet enabled on this game. Then update the screen above this with the top 10 online scores. And then tweet. What does tweet do? It's going to ask you to use browser Twitter. And we're just going to click back because I'm not going to do that. So tweet pick highscores.png. What does that mean? The average person is not going to understand that. Those who use Twitter will. A lot of people that don't use Twitter are not going to know what tweet means. So post this on Twitter would be awesome. Or you could use this, something like this, the lovely share button, and let them choose Twitter, Facebook, email, Google+, LO, whatever social platforms that are out there, the social media. Let them choose what to share it with instead of Twitter and only Twitter, because there are some people who love Facebook and they want to post their stuff on Facebook. There are people who love Google+, and I don't know why they love it. There are people who love Twitter. There are people who don't want any of that and just want to send it via email to a friend and say, look what I did. I beat your score. Which, right here, we have 0 across the board, even though I've been playing and I got up to a couple of levels before I had to restart. So, there's a lot of work that has to be done this. I'm going to have to say that this game is still in beta. It's in public beta, where you're finalizing some things, but there's a lot of missing features. And I've been seeing on Twitter where you've been posting a lot of the puzzles that you're up there. I'm not sure. I haven't partaken in those. It would be awesome. I've suggested on Twitter that you give a code or a barcode that you can scan in and have Blokkology Blitz open up the puzzle and let them play the puzzle and try and solve it. And don't have that little restart the level and they lose the puzzle and have to scan it in again. Have it saved and have a replay puzzle, because that way they are not going to get frustrated having to scan in the code or type in numbers every single time. So treat it like a password to get to the puzzles. That would be an extremely awesome thing, and it would take the whole social media sharing thing to a new level, because then people be you tweet out a puzzle and then everybody scans it and then they go, wow, look at this, and then they post their high score, or they post that they solved it in X number of minutes for that puzzle. So try and interact more with the social media with what you're doing, and allow people to interact with the puzzles you're posting up on Twitter. Also, don't post it just on Twitter. Twitter is not the only social media in the world. Put them up on your website. Generate traffic there. If you have this on Steam, put it on Steam. If you have it on Humble Bundle and you can post updates there, put it there. If you can post it on Facebook, do that. Because you'll find all these moms and dads who are sitting there with their phones wondering what to do, and they see this puzzle pop up. That's like the old anagrams and stuff like that from back in, that you can find in the newspaper, and you just take a quick pic of it. Then there it goes. Set up an emailing list where you send out a puzzle of the day and make it a tough one. Set up a way to record plays so that you can see how they're done. That kind of thing. And work all that into the game. And then come back to me and I will take a look at it again. Also, it would be really sweet if you could change the textures. Now, I know the game isn't about textures and all that, but if you could change the texture pack to have your kid in the background so you always see your lovely son or daughter, or you see a muskrat or a raccoon, So there we go. We go 4. Now, what if we could change this parquet-looking thing that looks like a checkboard, a checkers board, or a chessboard made out of wood, and you could make it look like gumdrops, and you've got a bunny going across, or you can make it look futuristic, or you could have it look like a grid, like in Tron, or like the old, I think it's Radar Rider from back in the day, and Commodore 64s and PC and Nintendo way back in the day, where you had wireframe meshes and stuff like that. Why not allow you to change that? Another thing, what if you allowed a level editor in the game and people could make and share their own puzzles? They would upload to your site, and then people could download them, so you generate even more traffic to your site, and you get even more people playing and buying the game. Now there we go. I just got time 1 minute 00 seconds. If I go to the menu and I go to high scores, I have nothing for level 1. Nothing. So I'm assuming either that's something with BlueStacks, or that is something that you haven't put into the game yet. So that, my friends, is my indie games Let's Play and review. The review part is out of the way, and I've already given you 2 out of 5. As it is, I would recommend it to people who really love to just sit down and try and grind out things. This game is way too small for a phone, like the Galaxy Nexus that I have. It might be fine on the bigger, like Mega and Notes and stuff like that, and it's fine on tablets. But you might want to make a more condensed version, or a larger graphics mode for people who have phones only, if you want to target that market. I don't see a lot of replayability in this unless you really understand how the game plays, and your progress is saved, and things make sense in the game, because the way it is now, a lot of the stuff has no context, and it makes no sense what's going on when you click a button. So again, you get a 2 out of 5 stars. I did not have fun. I mean, it was a nice mind grind for the most part. How many spaces move this way, that way, that's fine. I probably won't play it again unless there's a massive update, and and I wouldn't recommend it except for the most die-hard fans who really want to play a game like this. There's got to be a lot of work that has to be done to this, and since I had no idea how to get to level 2 or higher, that's as far as I can go with this, because there's absolutely no context to the other levels if you can't go to them. So until next time, enjoy playing games. If you enjoy this style game and you want to give Blokkology Blitz a try, please enjoy playing Blokkology Blitz. Please like and favorite and subscribe, because that way I know that people have found this review useful, and you're watching my stuff. It really helps me out a lot. Please take a moment and visit my Patreon page at www.patreon.com. If you read my mission statement and decide to become a supporter, please note that half of all my fees that I get from Patreon, minus fees and taxes, so the net amount, half of that net amount goes to charity, and the other half goes to me producing more videos, getting better equipment, and being able to provide more content and better content for you. As always, this is Excalibur, and I am out.